Howdy zookeepers and welcome to the Northridge Zoo. This is the zoo's old penguin habitat and it does not fit modern standards at all. There was not enough swimming room for any of our penguins, so the zoo decided to completely renovate the penguin area. They tore down that old penguin habitat and cleared way for a brand new one. So sit back and chill with me as I build a brand new state-of-the-art penguin habitat. And it's all being built right here. So there is a lot to do today. So let's just get right into it. There's going to be a lot of path, terrain issues, and all of the other sorts and stuff. So we're going to just start kind of working on the terrain as I kind of discuss what the plan is for this whole area. Basically, I'm in between projects right now, and I wanted to make a really cool looking penguin habitat, just like as a one-off habitat. So I decided to make some penguin zoo lore. Maybe like they've had penguins for a long time. It's one of the zoo staples, and they have it kind of close to the entrance, and they decided to reinvest into their penguin area. So yeah, basically we're gonna have multiple viewing points. There's gonna be an inside area, and there's just gonna be a lot to be done today. So that's why we're gonna be trying to work pretty quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and dig down here, and we're gonna try to fit everything I have in my plans. We might have to spruce it up a little bit, depending on how much space there actually is right here. When I draw my plans on my piece of paper, there's a lot more room and everything than I can normally fit in here, but we're gonna try our best. Right here is gonna be kind of the deep end of the pool, and then there's gonna be a pathway that kind of follows this. We need a little bit more room because I kind of want like a sitting area as well. So we're gonna try to fit all of this in. But yeah, so I decided to choose the African penguins. We'll go ahead and show those right here, just because I feel like they're kind of the iconic looking penguins of zoos. Normally, I feel like I would have gone for like a Humboldt penguin. They're normally better with colder conditions, but these penguins, they live in South Africa, and they are critically endangered, so I feel like the zoo would have like a decent breeding program. And part of the reason why they kind of want to expand their current exhibit. So let's go ahead and kind of build it up against these rocks. Not as far against the rocks because we kind of want to give some room to make the back wall look decent. And then we're going to also kind of make this a little bit more like that height. Yeah, okay. Always gotta love doing terrain work right in the morning. That's always a fun time. So that's gonna be more of like a shallow pool that you can walk it down. Essentially, we're just digging this entire walkway so then people don't get stopped on the main path when they're viewing the penguins, is the idea. So yeah, we're gonna have this kind of expanded out. This is going to be kind of like their beach area right about here. And then we can fill in all that. Okay, so it's kind of taking shape. I feel like you can kind of start picturing it a little bit. Shallow end, deep end, beach area. And then there's like a little pit right here. Let's go ahead and fill this in right there. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then up on this beach area, we want to kind of smooth this out, because right about here is going to be another viewing point. So I really want to have the guests be able to like kind of walk up and view inside. The idea is the zoo is in the Pacific Northwest. So sometimes it might be like, I don't know, too cold to be outside. Especially for African penguins. I feel like other kind of penguins might be fine chilling in the cold weather. African penguins, not always. So we want to give them a decent inside area. And then I want to be able to have them go in, like the guests go inside. I recently went to, it's called the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado. And they have one of the greatest like African penguin areas I've ever seen. It's basically like a walkthrough exhibit, but you get to this side of the building, or you get to a building where you can go and view them inside, and it's just phenomenal. So I kind of want to try to encapsulate that and everything. We also are going to have like a staff area that we'll go ahead and figure out how to attach a path to very soon. We might be able to, we'll get away with it. We'll get away with it. Let's work on the building first and kind of get the terrain going. So essentially, I just want like a little area that you can go inside. Maybe there's a few bathrooms. You can view the penguins from here, and then, yeah. I was thinking about having it where you can view them swimming, but I don't know if there's enough room for this. We're gonna try though. I think I got a little ambitious with the piece of paper. We're gonna try though. We're gonna definitely have to delete a lot of these trees actually. This just kind of sits right behind the flamingo habitat. So I think we're fine clearing out some space here. There we go. Okay, yeah, that should be more than enough for now. I might have to clear out this as well. And then we'll attach that kind of to the building. Okay, yeah. Now we're getting plenty of room. So today's gonna be a fun one because I feel like we're gonna have to be doing a lot of water work and barrier work next to sidewalks. And if you have played Planet Zoo before, you know that is a bit of a challenge. But we're gonna try to make it a little easy today and try to fully get it done. So let's go ahead and give them about a lot of room and then start outlining what the building is gonna look like. So nothing too crazy. We're probably gonna go more modern with the building anyways, but we do kind of need to make a nice little ramp down for the penguins to be able to get down. So there we go. And then just kind of fill in the rocks here. There. Okay. We do need like a staff area too. A lot of terrain work to start off this video, but you know, if you're working with penguin habitats, you're kind of gonna have to work with the terrain. So, okay. That's basically the terrain work done. We'll have to figure it out, but essentially what I'm thinking is have like the beach kind of extended, I guess, this way. So then people can kind of view the penguins on the beach as well as down below. So we'll have kind of the beach view here probably. Right as you're walking up. So let's start getting all of our pathways done. I'm gonna actually have to flatten this a bit more for the building. There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we'll just be using probably the concrete. Like I said, this is probably like their newest expansion area. So it's probably going to be one of the most modern builds we do in the zoo compared to especially that old penguin habitat. I just wanted to add a little bit of lore to the whole penguin area. So you guys didn't miss an episode where I built like an old penguin area. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to make a little bit of a story. So yeah, let's go ahead and add the little beach view that people will be able to get. Just something like that. Nothing crazy. The big thing we want to worry about is having the pathway come all the way down here. So let's make that a little bit bigger. I don't even think we can go that much bigger, honestly. Honestly, just a 5-meter one will probably do. And the idea is this is just going to be a whole new experience, so it's going to be separate from the path completely. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll just follow this cool way down, all the way down here. And I do want it to kind of expand here because we will be... There's like a nice animal talk point seating area, like amphitheater. And I wanted to include that right about here. And then I guess we can just kind of extend that path all the way to here. There we go. Yeah, so that's the pathways done. You can kind of envision it now. We might have to start actually by building the barriers first. Normally we don't start with that kind of stuff, but I feel like we might have to just for the penguin area. Normally we're like building the buildings first and stuff, but I think we have to get all of the glass work in just so we can see exactly where the pool is gonna be. So let's try to get this as close to the sidewalk as possible here. And this is just gonna be like their inside area. People can come in to the penguin building and view them. I kind of want to encompass it or like base it around that one I did see at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. So here we go. We'll have to build this around here and kind of like close it off there. And this is all going to be part of the building. And then let's come to this other side and kind of... How are we supposed to do this? Let's close the terrain off a little bit there. And then keep working on the barrier if it's going to work. It's always wonky. Okay, we'll drag it there and then try to make it work up to there. There we go. And then that should be good to try to get stuff going there. We'll have probably like a null barrier here. I want to build a staff building here, like a keeper hut, just so that the keepers don't have to go far. Let's go ahead, extend all of these up. So then we can try to get water just in here. There we go. Okay, yeah, here's the idea is like you come in, it's like that. I might lower the terrain a little bit. Crazy to say. I think I can get away with that height. Let's go ahead and kind of change all of that. I don't want the water level too high when you're viewing them inside because I want you to be able to see the beach as well. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we'll lower that terrain eventually. Or the glass. We'll lower the glass eventually. For now, I want to keep building the glass so then we can see exactly what it looks like all the way down here and everything. So, basically, the water level is going to be this entire length right here. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then it's just going to follow this pathway. We'll have rocks kind of blocking up the deep end from the shallow pool. But it's all going to be kind of like one waterfront. So then we can put glass there, and then it just kind of follows right close to this path. All the way past the seating area, up to here, and then we can kind of close it off by going up this hill here. There we go. And that should be good enough. We just have to raise this as much as we can and then place water level there. Yeah, so this is the idea. You can see them from the beach here, and then as you walk down, you can see them there as well. Okay. Might have should have lowered that a little bit more, but honestly, I think that's fine. They'll be diving here is the idea. I might lower this pathway just so you can see more of it. Hey, let's make it perfect before we start getting all the details. Okay, so we'll get rid of this path. There we go. And then essentially, I want to drop this terrain to probably like this level, actually. So then it's more visible. The penguins are more visible, essentially, as they dive. Yeah. Okay. And that should be diving level for the penguins, too. Okay. Now let's smooth out the path a little bit so they go down a gentle slope. Close enough, probably. And then we need to do the same on this side. There we go. Something kind of like this. It might interrupt the seating area a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Just because it is such a slope that we have to get up. But I think it should be alright. We'll figure that part out. And then we can get our pathway down here. If we have to like make makeshift seating, like implied seating, that wouldn't be that bad either. The main goal is to get the pathways working. And that's always the difficult part. So if it's working, I'm happy. There, and then can I make it line up? I can. Like so? Is that... Seems like a little bumpy there. There we go. Okay. And I swear to you, this is just the most difficult part of the whole video right here. We're starting off in the deep end, essentially. No pun intended. But yeah, as soon as we get all of this lined up, it's gonna get to the fun decorating portion of it all. So yeah, this is all the, like, just the technical side of stuff. And then we can start getting into adding all the penguin fun decor. There we go. Okay, and then if we add the water now, as you can see, a lot more viewing capabilities. That's the goal. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Cool. And that should be their 2 ponds done. Like I said, this is going to be kind of like more of a beach view. I honestly might extend it to like here. Just like a little outcropping thing. Okay, yeah. This is pretty much the outline of the enclosure that we'll be doing. Now we have to get into, I guess, although the weeds of it, the actual decorating. So, like I said, inside I want, let's just put like a bathroom block inside with the penguin habitat. Or inside the penguin building. We can rotate it so then it's kind of like you're not walking right into the toilet area. If we can. Terrain malfunction. It works here. Why doesn't it work here? Riddle me that, Planet Zoo. I don't really want it there, though. Okay. What seems to be the problem, though? I'm not seeing a problem right away. Where's the toilet block? There it is. Try it again? Get rid of that one, maybe. Try to replace it? I don't know. I am so excited for the future pathing system in Planet Zoo 2. I've heard it's so much better than what I'm having to deal with right now. Let's try it now. Maybe. No, I just want it. I just want one little toilet building here. But it seems to not like that idea. Can I do it over here? No? Okay. Well, let's just start getting the barriers down, or like the wall down. So the idea for this one, like I said, it's probably like one of the newer ones. I was thinking of having just like kind of this wood paneling like this. It's what we built a lot of this new section off of. So I'm actually just going to copy this over from the gift shop that we made. And it's just going to look really modern, really nice. Probably we'll add actually windows probably here, but I just want to kind of get the outline of the building going. So then we can kind of start finessing it and building exactly how we want. So, like I said, I'll probably add like a little staff area back here maybe. I might be able to fit one actually up here. Go ahead and build that, and then it'll be kind of around this side. We'll have to dig it out a little bit. Probably not that far back. More like so. And then all the way down here. Down here. Have a little opening for the penguins. And then we'll just go ahead and close off that section like so. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the general idea. We're gonna have to mess with this barrier or this water up here. Is that part of the reason why I couldn't put the toilet block down? Let me actually try now. No, it just doesn't want to. Why doesn't it want to go? I will get the toilet block in here. Why is that? Oh, if it's floating, it works. I really want the toilet block in here, guys. You don't understand. Okay, I might have to do it like so. Where's the sweet spot here? There? Okay. Okay, I guess just don't look left right as you walk into the penguin area. There we go. Okay. Cool. And then let's get these barriers so they're coordinated, or I guess like hit it in the wall is the idea. Is it gonna want to work? I'm gonna have to delete this one and just push the terrain in a little bit, I think. Let's give him a little bit more water, I guess, on the beach side of stuff. Like so. And then just kind of flatten this. I guess we have to bump it up a bit. Flatten it there. There we go. And that should be good now. Hopefully. Why is it not wanting to work now? Too close to the path? Oh my gosh. This is the most frustrating thing about Planet Zoo. Sometimes. I think the aquarium system, however they're going to have it, I think will fix this whole, like, dilemma, I guess. Of building, like, half terrain, half stuff. I don't know. We're going to find out. There we go. And then I'll just hide that with a rock. Always hide stuff with rocks. Cool. So yeah, multiple levels to their swimming areas. It's going to look epic. They're going to love it. All the penguins are going to be jealous of my zoo penguins. I actually need to get rid of this because this is way too steep for them. Go ahead and flatten all that. Can I get rid of that? Yeah. Kinda. Something like that. There we go. And flatten that. And then we'll flatten this area to give them a bit more of a beach view over here. Cool. And then let's go ahead and put our water back. Nice. Okay. Yeah. It's coming together. You see the vision. And that's the most important part. Let's get that. We can kind of bring the wall back to there. Smooth it out. We'll figure that out later. Cool. Okay. Now we need... Honestly, I don't even know where to start. We're just going to start going with rock work. So the idea for this one is I kind of want to mix the natural rock with the faux rock that we have. Like I said, this is probably like their most modern build. So I want them to like leave some of the old kind of look with these kind of rocks. However, we'll kind of go crazy with the faux rocks. Let's actually get some to start working with. I love these things. We've been using them in our desert section. We're gonna actually turn these gray though, to kind of match what we've been, like the kind of rock that we've been working with. So yeah, we'll have a ton of those kind of scattered about as well to help build up that this is like a modern area, brand new renovations for our penguins, our African penguins. They're gonna love it. So yeah, and then this is the little beach view, little peek in, and yeah, cool. Get some of these down. There's going to be lots of rock work in this one. Plenty of rock work, guys. But by the end of it, it's gonna look fantastic. So yeah, this whole wall is gonna be rocks. There's gonna be like little fence and stuff. It's gonna look fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited. I was really contemplating adding the little penguin in here instead, but I thought African penguin just kind of fits the bill a bit. Bill, get it? Anyways, yeah, so this is gonna be kind of just the entrance area that we'll be doing. I really want to like, we'll have some penguin statues kind of like scattered on these 3 taller rocks right here, kind of going up to the building. I'll probably put like a sponsorship name somewhere on the building. I feel like that's a lot of modern zoos kind of have like, I don't know, Toyota. Toyota brings you the penguins or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'll probably add that soon. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of like just called like the Penguin Beach Cove or something. Penguin Cove is the kind of like expansion plan that the zoo greenlit. So yeah, nice little beach area complete. Let's kind of start working on a lot more of these. Let's spruce it up. I've been using this rock a lot. Let's kind of get this flatter one to kind of build up these walls right here. And if the penguins are feeling like daredevils that day, they can jump off this side. It gives them plenty of elevation to kind of like do natural behavior. Let's kind of go under the water. We'll have to decorate under the water just a tad, just because I think the guests will see it a little bit. Get some of these, and then we'll just mix in natural rocks once we get all the fake rocks down. I think that'll be best. Cool. And then let's go ahead and kind of get this going. Some fake rocks here. Maybe one sticking out right there. Kind of just covering the terrain is the idea. So then it's kind of easy. This would technically, this pool would be probably all concrete in real life just so it's easy to clean. Penguins, newsflash, are very dirty. So I feel like they'd have to be cleaning and empty this pool quite a bit. Luckily, we don't have to really deal with that in Planet Zoo. But yeah, this would probably be all concrete actually. So we'll get all the fake rocks down first and then add the natural rocks and stuff. So yeah, we'll go ahead and add some of that. And then it'll just kind of like align the edges right there. Okay, and then this would technically, this is all gonna be a rock wall back here. So this is kind of the edge of their exhibit, this line right here. And then we'll be able to sneak in some plants behind here, or like in between this and that gigantic rock cliff. So let's kind of spruce up some of this. We'll add one of those, and then we'll add a second one, but flip it around and line it up, and boom, something like that. Cool. There we go. And then I guess get a natural rock in here, like so. And then just, we'll probably have to add like a couple penguin statues on this side as well, just because this is another entrance for whoever's coming from this pathway, which kind of connects to the Asia area, and then a future building we'll be building very soon, actually. So, yeah, in the next few weeks, we'll be over on that side again. But for now, we're working on the penguins. So, yeah, lots of rock work. I kind of just like using this rock on repeat, not gonna lie. It's just kind of the easiest rock. You can kind of put it anywhere. Cool, okay. That's kind of the general shape of things. Let's go ahead and lower these now. I'll be able to kind of get the right placement that we're thinking of putting the glass. This area will probably have to be a little bit higher just because if the penguins, I guess they wouldn't be able to jump that. Might be able to lower it. I'll lower this one to about there and then kind of match. I guess I kind of just go down with the slope. Yeah, something like that. Honestly, it's going to be a great view from up here of the penguins as well. Oh, yeah. It's coming together. Okay. And then that's probably going to do it for, like, the shallow area. Let's go ahead and kind of, like, lower all these, I guess. Is it going to let me lower it? Oh. Okay, I guess we'll have to lower it individually. Or is this one just doesn't want to be lowered? Oh, there we go. Okay, and then we'll kind of match this all with the same kind of height. There we go. So this is all flat like so. All the way to this rock right here. Or at least as low as it can go. Is this not wanting to... Oh, no. It disrupts the water pattern. Does it? I can't even go lower than that? What if I just delete it? No, I can't delete it. Let's get rid of this water. Uh-oh. Or does that... No, it still works. Okay. Let's go ahead and lower it first, and then we'll get the water in, and hopefully it works. Okay. There, and then... There we go. It was just throwing a bit of a fit. And then we'll go add a rock. There. Cool. So yeah. General shape. This is going to be the views of the habitat. I am going to build a bunch of rocks here to just split up the viewing points a bit. We'll build here. And you know what? I'm going to go crazy. We're going to add a little bit of an archway as well. Something like this to like even split it up for the penguins. And then we're going to rotate that. So then the... Oh. We're going to copy it and rotate it. There we go. So then it's lined up just down here. Gives the penguin something to swim through, I guess. Something... a little bit of fun. It's going to be so fun getting to do this with like aquariums and stuff where it's like proper sea turtles and sharks swimming around. That'll be a good time. Yeah, but for now we're doing it for penguins. And then we'll kind of connect all this. So it's kind of, it splits the pools up a bit. I feel like maybe like in real life they would do that just in case they have like, I don't know. I guess they could just walk around the beach or something. So, let's go ahead and fill in these rocks. And yeah, I think we can kind of start getting into the fences and stuff like that. And actually start decorating everything. Oh, I guess I haven't really done the inside yet. Let's actually get the rock work going on the inside real quick. We definitely need to cover up that kind of gross. I guess we would need... Where's my favorite rock? This one. We're just gonna have to change the color to a gray. There we go. Okay. Love this rock for the inside. I was using it crazy crazy ton for the desert house. So basically, we can just attach it, make it look like it's just like fake rock attached to the side of the building or the inside of the building. And then it kind of looks natural too, which is the best part. And then we'll add one there, one there. Cool. And then we can kind of just run this all the way across. We'll probably increase the height of the building too. But for now, it's looking pretty good. We'll attach it on this side. Like I said, I'm sure this would all be concrete inside, just so it's super easy to clean the penguin habitat pool. Let's actually select all these rocks and extend them a little bit there. Yeah, looking good. Oh my goodness. The penguins take so many rocks. And then what we want to do is also kind of like attach them to this glass bit right here. And we'll probably do this on the outside as well. Just kind of outlines the glass a bit. And I just realized this area is kind of like, we need to lower the glass on here. Yeah, there we go. Love a good penguin building. Oftentimes I don't build buildings that like you can kind of walk into. So this is gonna be a fun little challenge for me. A lot of the time I kind of like build the inside areas as like ways guests, like they won't be able to see it, guests won't be able to see it. So I'm kind of excited to have like a building that acts as the inside building for the animals that like guests can actually get into. Like I know they're pretty popular with like giraffe houses and stuff, but I just never really build those in Planet Zoo. So wanted to challenge myself and do that today for the penguins. All based off of the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo that I saw. Like I said, look it up. It's a fantastic building. And there's like waterfalls that you can like walk under. I don't even know. It's crazy. I was probably a foot away from a penguin that was just standing there on the beach. And it was so cool. So yeah, really cool. Wanted to be inspired by it. Mostly the building part, where you can walk inside. That's kind of what was my inspiration for that. Yeah. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. It's coming together. Except let's make sure that's not poking out. There we go. And then we're going to actually also copy this whole wall over just to there. So then it kind of sticks out into the guest area. There we go. Boom. Looking lovely. Okay. Let's actually, I didn't realize, let's build. We need to add the keeper area. Honestly, if we just do one keeper hut, I'll be happy. I was gonna do like a big area, but I honestly don't think we need it. Just something that kind of lines up there. And then we're gonna have the pathway. Let's actually flip it around. Maybe, I kind of love that you can see inside of this window, maybe. Not grid size. We need grid height. There we go. Yeah, something like that. You'll be able to see inside. That'll look pretty cool. And then we'll have the pathway come all the way around here. Swing around the enclosure, and then we can actually connect it to here. This is kind of why I wanted this little pathway sticking out, because we can have a little staff door there. And then they can go up here. And then we'll have the barrier gate along there. There we go. Yeah, and you'll be able to kind of see the keeper getting ready. Oh, that's one of my favorite things in zoos, is when they include like stuff like that. It's so sad that guests hate it in Planet Zoo. But alas, sometimes they do. So we're gonna kind of build this on 2 different levels. We're gonna have to extend this wall. I guess at this height would be fine. We need, what is this called? Stained. I always think it's panel. Stained wood wall. There it is. We need this one. Let's go ahead and get one of those colors. There we go. Okay. And the idea would be that the penguin area is taller. So maybe just like there. Honestly, I think that's good. Let's get it on the same side though. We need it here. Building on the grid sometimes wonky. That's okay. We're brave. There we go. And then we're just gonna kind of build it up that way. So then this whole area is just the same height as the keeper hut there. Cool. And then we'll swing it around all the way around here. And, yeah, that's a good penguin building right there. Oh, they're gonna love it. We also need, we're gonna do a little window. Grid height needs to lower. There we go. That's not even on it. There we go. That's the height. And then we're gonna do walls. I guess we can kind of push it there. And then we're gonna do the keeper door there. There we go. And then I guess we'd need 1 meter walls to kind of finish off this area right here. And then we'll put rocks. But before we put rocks, I definitely want to get the null barriers in, because this is gonna be a big task as well. Let's get all these in. Normally, I'm kind of worried about like the size of things, but I honestly think this is gigantic for the penguins. I think they're gonna love it. Cool. Okay, and then let's try to get this fit. We might have to delete that path. Get the door in here. There we go. Fits like a glove. Does it? Yeah. Yeah, it does. And then we can actually go get one of these arches. And I might honestly just kind of make it like so. And then we're going to have to try to like fit this window in. Oh, honestly, I don't think it's going to be that hard if I just stand something up like that. And then we can copy one of these pieces across like so. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll have a rock wall there. And then honestly, I'll probably put like a mural or something there. And then we can do an arch over here as well. There we go. And then make sure it doesn't stick out. Like so. Boom. And then let's get one of my favorite pieces of all time. It is this like little thing. I don't even know what it's called. I just know I like it. It kind of separates the outside from the inside, and it's perfect. So let's go ahead and kind of get that exactly lined up with that. And then we're going to also do it so it hides this keeper entrance over here. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and move one up here like so as well. And that just kind of frames the window perfectly. Yeah. Oh, it's looking good. Okay, let's continue the barriers now. The rest should be pretty easy. Kind of just follows this way down these rocks. Connects up with the glass there. And then we'll have custom-made fences here. Nothing crazy, really. Just kind of something simple right there. And then it connects there, which connects back to this side, all the way to there. Cool. And that should be the habitat built. Is that a full habitat? Yeah! Looking big. Looking really big. Okay, that's good. Penguins are gonna love it. Okay. Trying to think what to do now, really. I guess we'll start. We're still kind of working on the rock work a little bit. We'll get some of this rock work over here going. Like I said, this is going to be kind of like a simple little overlook to try to ease how many people are actually walking through here and stuff. We kind of want to break up the walkway and stuff. Part of the reason I chose the penguins too, it's right on this main path from the entrance. So hopefully people go to the flamingos, check out the penguins, and then check out like these back areas. Just because I noticed it kind of separates the two. So this is going to be a good connection point, is the idea. So good little center pathway right in the middle of the zoo is always fantastic. You kind of want to lay out your zoos in like a little bit of a circle, is what I've kind of learned over the years, just because you don't want everyone going one way or like anything like that. So you kind of want to separate your I guess heavy hitters, the animals with the biggest appeal. You want to separate them. So that's why I'm gonna have a load of penguins right here in the middle, because I feel like they got a decent appeal rating, especially with like how many they can have. I think they can have like 500 or something. If I'm thinking of the right penguin, they can have like 500 in their habitat. Let me look actually. Yeah, they can have they want 600 to 500 penguins. So I think we'll have plenty of room. Maybe we won't get up to 500. That'll be a large grocery bill, really, if we do. So, but we're gonna find out very soon. But yeah, I wanted to get plenty of space, essentially, if they end up having 500. So yeah, but it'll be a big appeal point, and that's why I put it right in the middle of the zoo. So either way you go, if you go towards the Asian woods or the living desert, you can circle back around and go right back through the middle here. So yeah, this is going to be kind of the general idea, and then I'll kind of copy some of these plants that I've been using and just kind of like fill in this area. And then I've been using a specific fence just along, where is it? Out here. I just have like this really simple fence that I kind of love. So we're going to place that, sink that down a bit, and it's kind of just follow this way. So it just kind of separates the Penguin Cove from the rest of the path. So then that way, if people really want to stop and look, they can, but most people would probably go down on that concrete path and check out the Penguin Cove that way. So yeah, just gonna follow this whole section right here. We'll kind of plant it up and everything, make this area look a little bit better. Not as plain and gray. Basically, we're just gonna add a lot of green and these brown poles, and it'll help quite a bit. Cool. There we go. Just follow all the way down here. So yeah, I kind of have these like fences just lining all of the pathways around the zoo. I think I built this originally for like the Asian woods, and then I was like, this is so rustic looking, and we're gonna take it and use it everywhere. So we have been, but I think it works perfectly. Cool. And then this would just go all the way there. This is just gonna be a nice little fenced off forest area. So it's gonna be really separate and kind of hidden, which is lovely. Cool. And yeah, nearly there. This is all gonna have to be rock work as well. There's so much rock work to be done, but it's gonna look fantastic. Cool. And then I think this can probably be the last one, and whenever I hit one of these, I kind of just copy that over, and boom, there we go. Yeah, so that's the general closed off area. Oh yeah, honestly, I would stand up here. This looks fantastic up here. Very cool. Okay, let's keep working on the building here. I kind of want to, let's get some decorating going. Let's get some penguin statues. I love these bronzed ones. I forget when they added them, but they're just absolutely fantastic. We're going to add like a few of those there. And then they have this like sculpture thing. And I think if it fits, which way does it fit? No, I definitely want it pointed towards the building. Something like this would go, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Penguin Cove. Okay, and then we will want to... That might be a little too low, to be honest, but maybe not. We'll have doors there. Let's start kind of getting more of, like, the decor going for the building, because it kind of looks a little plain right now. It's just kind of brown. The first thing... Actually... I need another one of these pieces because I realized I need to kind of block the... Go ahead and block the bathrooms. Like I said, I don't want the bathrooms. I wish they were facing the other way, but they're kind of right at the start here, so we kind of need to block them a bit. Maybe if we move this archway down, that'll look a little better. Yeah. It doesn't fit exactly just because it's not on the grid. So we're gonna have to, I think, do like a little panel piece here. Like so. To kind of like fill in this little link area. And then push those in. Yeah. And then I can change the color. I guess, honestly, blue kind of works just because it's like under the sea, penguins, under the water, something like that. Okay, the biggest thing we need to do, though, is kind of make the decorating of the penguin building good. It is nice and brown right now. We kind of want to go for this style, though. Oh, I did say I was going to add windows. Let me go ahead and add... those. I was gonna have them probably there. I guess is the only place that would really work. And there's like the modern looking windows that are probably gonna be perfect for this. Yeah. Let's get some of these in. Go there and there. And now we definitely want one of those panel pieces. Where is it? Let's just go ahead and copy one and kind of bring it over just so it's kind of blocks some of the glass. Go like there, probably. Line that up. Yeah, cool. And I guess let's bring it across here as well. Yeah. And then we're gonna have to rotate it. Now it's getting into the weeds of things of decorating and making it look perfect. But it's gonna look so good. Okay, let's get some of the roof in here. I think I've been using the metal clad one mostly in this zoo, at least for like the newer stuff. And I think it'd be fun if we did something like that. And then let's go ahead and delete these because I want to add the windows there. I just realized I kind of did that on the gift shop one. I had this, and then if we change that to a darker color, oh yeah, that looks good. Cool. And then, honestly, I think just the rest of the roof is kind of just flat. We can go ahead and add, like, glass windows and stuff that could be open, but I think, honestly, it's fine, probably, the rest of it kind of being just this flat roof. I'm going to do it that much, though, because I still need to kind of get inside and decorate, I just realized. So we're going to kind of cover up all the stuff that we can get away with right now, and then we'll come in and add the roof here soon. I kind of just needed to figure out this entrance area. I can actually... Let's go ahead and kind of actually scoot this over. So then it kind of like overlaps a little bit. Or does that look too weird? I don't think that looks weird. And then we'll go ahead and add these. So then there. Is that good? It's kind of sticking out. Why is the brown kind of sticking out? Is this not? Oh, it's not the right one. Oh, I need this one. There we go. That's my bad. Now it's not sticking out. Yeah. There we go. Looks good. Is it sticking out? I might stick it out one more, actually. There we go. More like that. Okay. I don't like how it just ends right there, though. Maybe, I think if I can move it... Whoops. Just select all of this real quick. I think I can move it over. I just don't like how it sticks out on the left side here. Can I move it over like that, or is that too ugly? I don't think it's... maybe a little too far. Maybe like 1 meter over. We're going for perfection. Or does that look weird on that side now? I don't think that looks weird. Okay. I think like that, and then I'll have like, do we have like more penguin decor? That's not how you spell penguin. Penguin. Would that fit right there, holding it up? Maybe. How does that look from here? No, I want that to be more natural. We just need kind of like a beam. A little support beam, maybe. One of these beams. Love these beams. Yeah, something like that. We honestly might go ahead and kind of like add those supports throughout the whole area of this building. Just kind of like here. As kind of like just accent pieces, I guess. Yeah, let's do that at least in the front, and then I can worry about doing that everywhere else after we get the penguins in. That's kind of my main priority now. I want the penguins in. But yeah, we definitely have to make the building look pretty, though. There we go. I think it's a little off center, not gonna lie. Okay. And then this is where the doors are gonna be, right there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna kind of have that kind of aspect to it. That we can kind of copy over here. And maybe have it every 4 meters or something like that. Yeah. I think the only thing is, like, it kind of sticks out here since the roof is just kind of flat. But I guess that's fine. Line it up like so. Yeah. That helps separate the wood very much so. Just a little detailing like this kind of just helps save a build a lot of the time too. And then we'll have it jump across here. And then one in the corner there. And I'm not too worried about making the back look pretty. Like I said, it's up against the cliff, so we kind of just need to focus on this side. Might actually push these up like so. And then we'll push that down. And then we just need one more, probably right there. Is that too far in? Oh, it's too far in. I guess it's not horrible right there. I might have actually another one though. There. That's where I wanted it. And then we can actually put like another one inside here. separating the rock and the wood there. Cool. Yeah. I think it gives it that northwest rustic vibe without going over the top. It also looks modern. Cool. Very cool. Getting very proud of it. Okay. We do need this built in. I just realized there's a hole in the building that we do not want. Let's go ahead and fill that in. I think it needs to be a little higher. There we go. Okay. Dare we get some penguins? I just realized I don't have a fence here. We don't want the penguins in yet. Okay, let's just do something easy. I just love typing in fence and working with one of these. Honestly, does this fit? I've never really used this one that much just because it never fits in. But I honestly think it kind of works perfectly. Low key. Let me move this over. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and select the fences, not the rocks. And kind of just fit it in perfectly here. Oh, I guess, no, wait. We want the other one. We want the one facing in. That's what we want. There we go. Want that one. And then we'll go ahead and get this sorted. Like so. It's a little too curved, not gonna lie. I don't think that's bad though. Definitely fits the modern vibe. Yeah, okay, let's keep it. I do want to kind of bring this in. We'll have that stick in there. And then one on this side as well. Does that look good? Maybe lower it, this one a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then we definitely need, can't believe I haven't already done it. We need a ton more rocks. We need this kind of rock. This is easily the best piece in the entire game because you can just add this like crazy in detailing areas, kind of like so. And I think it just makes the whole area come alive. So we definitely want to add this next to this penguin beach area because I don't think the penguins can get on top of them. I think it blocks their entire walkway. So that kind of just like acts as like a natural fence for them. And then we'll get it all in this guest area right here to really sell the beach vibes of it. The beach, Penguin Beach Cove is what we'll call it. I don't know. I guess that's what would like appear on the map is like Penguin Cove. Brand new. Go check it out. That's how we would advertise it. Cool. Oh, yeah. That looks good. That looks incredible. Okay, we'll put some down here as well to kind of break up the beach a bit. We don't want to put too many, like I said. I think they are not able to walk on it. Just because their little feet can't handle it. But in real life, I think they would be able to. I don't know. So yeah, let's just kind of have it hug the walls here and then like a couple of stones around. Barely sticking out. Some stones like so. Just because this is kind of what their natural environment would look like. It'd be a very rocky beach and stuff. There we go. Okay. I honestly think that might be their side of things done. I don't think they take much more. And it just looks fantastic too. I'm gonna kind of like separate one of these with like a natural rock there. There we go. And then let me just see what some of the bushes right here would look like. It's just kind of a mountain of gray right now. I kind of want to separate that. Okay. Yeah. 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 And then this is the building. Cool. Okay. I think it's time to bring some of our penguins in. Luckily, I have a ton. And there's also a ton for sale. I might as well buy as many penguins as I can. There's some gold penguins. Let me buy the gold penguins. Just because since they're endangered, we want... This one's 700? I'm not buying that one. I'm not buying that gold penguin. We'll buy the 100 gold penguins there. There we go. And then I have a ton of penguins right here. How many do I have? I have 15. Cool. Let's go ahead. Why can't I move them? There we go. Now it lets me. And then we have to just hit play so then the keepers can run and bring them over. We actually have to add that to the work zone too, or else they're going to be very upset about that. And then one other thing that I completely forgot I took out. We need our water treatment. We don't want any of our water animals getting sick here. So we'll go ahead and add that as well. And then get that part of the work zone. There we go. Oh, it doesn't have power? Oh my gosh, you tell me this doesn't have power? It's so close to all the other power stations. Okay, well, I guess we can get a little bit of a solar panel. I don't know how much of solar panel would work in the Pacific Northwest. It is often known for being very cloudy and rainy, but we're gonna do it anyways. Let me see. We're not quite done here. Let me see what this looks like. Covering all of the poles with like this kind of one we've been using. It might have to be done. It's looking good. I think it has to be done. I think in real life this wouldn't actually be like real wood, because I think it would kind of like rot next to the water like this. But let's just imagine it's fake wood. Oh my gosh, I think it's about to snow too. Okay, we're gonna have to work through the snow as our penguins are getting delivered. Hopefully the penguins like it. They might not. They are African penguins. We'll see though. We shall see. That's kind of the big test. That was why I was contemplating not even having the African penguin, but rather the little penguin. The little penguin deals with cold a little bit better. I don't like those on the side. There we go. Yeah. Looks really good. Okay, let me see if they're happy too. We got one in. Who's our first penguin? I'm not even gonna try to say that. How do you even say that? I don't know, but either way, more than happy with their area. They don't like, they want a lot more sand actually. Thing is, I can't see the terrain right now. So we're gonna figure that out once I can see the terrain. But for now, I guess let's finish off kind of the guest area. Let me see if I can actually do these stands, because I don't know what other building or enclosure I would do it on. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for the stand. Oh. Wait a second. It was happy right here. Oh, wait, I can do them right here. Let me get it angled perfectly. Yeah, this is low-key all I was thinking. Just like somewhere to sit, you know, and watch the penguins. There we go. Okay. I thought we weren't gonna have the stands for a second. And then let's get all of our rocks in around it. So then it kind of fits in with the terrain here. There we go. There we go. Okay, are these penguins upset? Why is this one low weather? Oh, I guess once they have enrichment, they'll be fine. They don't like the temperature, which is crazy. You wouldn't think the penguins are too cold, but I guess when they're inside, it's fine. Yeah, they're fine inside. Okay. Interesting. Either way. Stuff to look out when you're playing franchise mode, really. Cool. Let's get all of this rest of this rock work done, and then we'll add enrichment, and then I think we'll pretty much have a brand new penguin enclosure that we've renovated. I think the penguins are going to love this new area so much more than that old one that I built in like 15 minutes. I built it just to be destroyed, essentially. But no, in zoo lore, they had it since like the 90s or something. I don't know. Since they added the penguins. That's kind of the idea. Okay. I kind of was building with the snow on, so I was kind of just randomly placing this stuff. We're going to have to make it look good in the sun now. Okay. And then I might just make this... I was planning this whole little row to be seats, but I think with the slant of the pathway, it's not going to work. So we're just going to have this one, and we're going to change all of the colors to kind of fit in a bit more. We'll do like a dark wood. Can we do that same kind of dark wood? Or is that better concrete? No, let's do dark wood there. And then light color, that can stay the same. Cool. Yeah, the idea is like you can come just chill on that seat and watch the penguins. I might have an animal talk point just because that is actually how you get people to sit on it. Okay, let's get these penguins happy though before we add animal talk points. Animal happiness is our first priority. Okay, first let's make this little beach area beach themed right there. They need a lot more sand. Let's just make this entire inside area sand. Add all that sand. They just love sand. They love all things sand. So we're gonna make this whole area sand. Even underneath. Let's make all of that sand. Sand, sand. In the shallow end, sand. Okay, they're pretty good. They like it. They love it. Do they need plant? I guess there's a few plants. The biggest thing I need is adding enrichment for them. I can add this little platform here. They like that. They like a mirror. Let's jot a mirror down in here. Technically, they don't need a water pipe since they can just drink from there. We'll do underwater fishing. We'll do that and sink that in there. What else do they want? They want a block of ice. They can have a block of ice just up on this beach area to kind of get them up here. Let's do it with fish. Might as well. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna look fun. Oh, this is a great view. Oh my gosh. I didn't think that was gonna work so well. Are they happy with enrichment or do they need more? They're happy. Love it. They're thriving here. Okay. Now they need a bit of plants. Let me see what kind of plants I can get away with. It's all kind of tropical, which does not fit the theme of this zoo at all. I guess they like this grass. Ooh, that would look nice. I've kind of been using... The fact they like desert's kind of crazy. But I guess they're kind of close. They want... Ooh, we should probably add the underwater plants first. Let's go ahead and kind of jot all of these down in here. It helps kind of block up this bottom area. Oh, it takes up so much of their plant needs, though. Let's put some over here. And then there. Oh my gosh. They're already pretty much full. That's like all the grass they wanted. Let me add some little grass pieces, though, throughout this little enclosure area. I think that would look good and very natural. And then we'll stack some here, just like maybe like some weeds growing. Okay. That's pretty much all that they want. Okay, that's fine. Actually, we'll move probably this one over to here. And then just rotate it with the slant of the hill. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty minimal. The biggest thing I wanted was to block up and fill in the bottom area so then when people are peeking in, they can see. I'm actually going to go underwater here and kind of fill in some of these rocks here. Make it look a bit more concrete-ish. And then a big thing I realized is I need a couple of these rocks right where the two pools kind of split off. Make this a bit more connection better. There we go. We need to get used to having to decorate aquariums very soon, so this is all good practice for me right here. I have to start planning what we're building in Planet Zoo 2 soon. Okay, and then let's go ahead and kind of just copy these down and fill in this wall of stuff. There we go. Like so. Boom. And just all of this as well. There we go. And then we need to kind of do it on this side. Just basically blocking the terrain. Looking really good, though. Cool. I think that's pretty much all we need to do for underwater. Let's add some more stuff for them to do on the inside, because I feel like this is a little plain. I did not mean to click a genealogy. I guess we'll add just like some hay sticking out from there. I don't know. They really don't take that much. I guess we'll just add this block of ice. Like so. I think we just need to kind of decorate the inside a bit more. Let's get some of these fake rocks and kind of fill in this beach area a bit. There we go. And then over here. And then I think the big thing we need to do is kind of build like a little... Oh, somebody's already in here watching. Ah, this is perfect. That's exactly how I envisioned it. Okay. And then we'll have it kind of like as a like little rock wall for them to get into the pool. Just kind of like have it as like a little bit of a border. Like so. I think that's going to look good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I guess I kind of neglected decorating the inside. I was more concerned about what the outside looks like. That's part of the reason why I don't build inside a lot. But I'm excited to do so. It's already looking fantastic. Cool. And then I did not put any of that vegetable stuff, not vegetable, the grass, the underwater grass under. So we're just going to go ahead and copy these rocks and kind of scatter them under here. Like so. I don't think this kind of messes with their underwater swimming at all. It's fun. These penguins are already announced for Planet Zoo 2. I'm hoping for a few other kinds of penguins. We've only had 3 in Planet Zoo. So I'm hoping for like some, like, I know rock hopper penguins were kind of like really requested. And I think that would be really cool. So I think rock hoppers would be sick. What are other ones? I mentioned Humboldt penguins earlier. They'd be awesome. Let's go ahead and add some of these, like a little glass roof like this. This just helps give it kind of a bit of detail. And we're going to have this one opened. So I've been doing this for the past few buildings we've been doing. Just kind of having like this little thing stick out. We just need to make sure it looks realistic. I always forget what piece I use for this, though. What is the metal thing called? And then I'm having to go look for it. Oh, here it is. This is the piece I've been needing. Okay, and we just kind of want to connect it. So basically, it's like during summer, they prop these open and stuff. But obviously, it'll just remain open forever in Planet Zoo. But the idea is like this could be opened, air out the penguin stench. And yeah. So, and then let's get this a longer one to kind of connect there. I don't think it's quite connected. There we go. Okay, and then you can kind of just copy this whole piece over. And it's horribly out of line. Wait a second. Let me just fix that. And then that'll probably be the building done. And we can do kind of just some final checks. There we go. Boom, 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 and boom. Yeah, just kind of gives it a bit more of a variety. Yeah, it's looking good. Brand new Penguin Cove, anyone? It's looking good from here. I'll probably add like the doors and everything like so, but yeah, this is general shape of everything. You can come in, use the restroom, view the penguins inside area. They can come out here. We already got a few coming out. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and see. Can they get underneath? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they can break out actually. I think this one's actually about to escape. Let's oh, whoa, hold on there. Good thing I caught that. Am I able to kind of like, I guess we need to build something here. A little fence thing. We just kind of got to separate them. I think they need this little barrier. Unfortunately. There we go. Honestly, I think that might do it. Can he? Oh, no, he walked right past it. No, they can just climb up out of there. Oh, but he didn't. Oh, he chose the right path. Okay. We definitely don't want them walking out is the thing. How do we make this look good, though? Something like this. I think it's just we need to block them from being able to climb up these rocks here. There, I think this will do it. There we go. Let's see their coverage now. No, they can just climb. How are they jumping that fence? There's no way. There's no way that they would be able to jump that. I guess they climb under it. We just need to scoot this rock back, I think. Here I thought they wouldn't be able to climb on the rocks. But little do I know. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, it looks a little different. Honestly, it still looks good, though. Still looks great. You guys know you can come down there, right? You can go down there and look at that. Okay, I guess they don't. They're looking at them from up here. And I honestly think that is the penguin area done. If you enjoyed watching me build this penguin habitat, you'll enjoy watching me build this other habitat in this video right here. I'm excited for everything coming to the zoo very soon, so be sure to subscribe to see when that comes out. And have a great rest of your day, everyone.